What's up, all Power Addicts crew? Today we're gonna get rid of this for that. Oh yeah. So why am I changing it out to begin with? Well, obviously something's missing, huh? I had a bunch of bolts and screws and stuff like that inside here, and I went to close it up one day and a bolt got caught in between here. When I closed it up, I popped it loose right there. Yes, I know I could probably put a new one in. Matter of fact, I probably got one laying around here. But you know what? I want one of those Tuffy boxes in so I can get more secure storage in here. That's it. So to start out with, you got 3 screws up top, which I've already been missing for a long time to begin with. Then take these screws out right here across the bottom, which allows this bottom right here to separate. But the fun ones are behind here. There's 2 screws back in behind here, and 2 screws in behind here. Of course, well, I mean behind, like you gotta go upside here to get to them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these right here out, and then we'll work on getting them back there. So to get these out, 1/4" socket, or in my case, I'm using this multi-bit driver right here, using the 1/4". They come out. So for kicks and giggles, I'm gonna cram my phone up inside the dash here so I can show you guys where those screws are located. So let's do it. Let's see, get up here so we get a little bit of a focus thing going on. There's the back side of the speaker. Right there. See those 2 Phillips head screws? Yeah, you got 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Get them out of there. Have fun with that. Got 2 out. Show you what I'm using to get this done. Using those stubby ratchet right here by Tecton, and I'll link it up. I'll put some links where you guys can buy these tools if you want them. And a little thumb ratchet with the bit that fell out of it. Not that one, I got a short one somewhere that I done dropped, apparently. Okay, you know, I got a little small, short 4-way bit right here that I gotta find now. Yeah, that's good. So in terms of the type of bit I was using, I still don't know where it's what I just found. I go in the house, get my kit here, just so I can get another bit, and I look around and there it is. But anyway, that's what I'm using. Well, I'm glad I found it anyway. So I'm trying to get to these 2 back here, and dude, it's tight back there. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all this right here off. I was trying to avoid it because of the extra stuff I got going on with wiring here and that and all stuff. It's one of those cases to where if the radio wasn't there, it wouldn't be so bad. So I'm gonna pull all this off and see if I might pull the radio out, or I might be able to get in behind the cluster right here. I don't know. So I'm gonna pull this right here off and see what I can get to. So to pull this off, screw there, screw there, screw there. Then you got 3 that goes right across through there. Okay, got that out of the way. Now I'm gonna take these 2 screws out right here, which should allow the radio to pull back out of the way, which will give you better access to those 2 screws. The screws are right along in here, so removing the cluster is not really going to give me what I need. But if I get the radio out of the way, I should be able to just tuck my hand up inside the radio hole here and be able to get to it. So 2 screws, 1 right there, 1 right there. So got that out of the way. I'll take my hand, stick it right beside here, turn it up a little bit. Right, oh, I felt a minute ago, right there. So I can touch both screws from right here. So I should be able to take my driver here and go up inside like it right there and get to them now. So that's what I'm gonna do, but I can't do that in the camera both. I've got my left hand stuck through the radio hole with the ratchet hanging down right here. And I'll take my right hand and I'll work the ratchet to back the screw out. Ta-da! Now we get the other one. Then after you go through all that, it'll slide right out. Yay, conquered. Okay, let's start putting the new one in. So now we're ready to install the Smittybilt Baltic glove box. Thought I knocked it off. Got it hanging out there. We got the hardware. Putting it in should be a heck of a lot easier than what we went through taking it out, because these little brackets are right there. So let's take them out and take a gander at them. So the Smittybilt box comes with a set of instructions right here, and I'm not saying they're absolutely useless, but I'm just saying they've been photocopied a million, thousand, gazillion times that, yeah, the pictures are just about useless. But you see right here where they're putting in the little brackets. And over here, of course, got your hardware stuff. And telling you how to remove your box, but what it doesn't tell you is how to get way up inside that hole right there to get to those. Yeah, so that's where my video comes in to help you out. Now it does say right here that we recommend using a 1/4" drive ratchet with a 7/16 socket. You see this right here, used a flathead Phillips head screwdriver. Yours may be different. There you go. It says from 87 to 95. Even Rust Bucket, when I took all that stuff out of this dash, it had a Phillips head screw, and it's a 93 model. So, I don't know. You might need it, you might not. So these little brackets right here have threaded inserts welded onto them right there, which is going to make installation a lot easier. These will go in place right there. You put one there, and one here. And what I'm guessing, because these are slotted, I'm going to put them in there halfway snug and bottom them all the way out on these holes right here. I'm assuming that I'll put them about where I need to be, because I kind of done a dry fit without the brackets. I'm going to set the box in here, and I had to put a little pressure to it to get it to pop into this lip right here, so to put those top screws in. So it fits really tight, which is a good thing. So what I'm going to try to do first, I'm going to put these in and bump them down as much as possible. I may have to shimmy them up a little bit. I say shimmy, because I'm being, I don't know, all country at the moment. I may have to move them up because I don't have to shim anything. So we'll figure that out here in a moment, and I'll kind of give you guys a general idea of what needs to be done. So let me figure that out, and I'll be right back. Fireworks. Today's the 4th of July. Happy 4th, everybody. So I just discovered something that was a bit of a head scratcher. Put that on there, was tightening up the bolts, and I think, okay, here's the hardware they included. You got the bolt, you got the bolts here, you got the nuts here. I got the washer stacked up here just because I was counting my hardware, make sure I had everything I needed. But one thing I run into was that the screws were too long for these right here. It would bottom out on the ends of these little decorative caps here. So I was kind of like, okay, that's not gonna fly. So maybe they give me some extra washers and stuff to stack up to take up the extra room. But then when I was taking it back out, I heard something fall. That little decorative cap fell off this. So what I'm gonna do, I need 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 to hold it to the dash frame. I'm gonna take my ratchet, which is a 10mm socket, on that ratchet. And what I do, my hex key, and the hex key I'm using is a 5/32, I think. Yeah, you can't see it on the camera there probably. It's a 5/32 key that goes in there. So what I'm going to do is stick the nut inside the 10mm, take this, tighten it up until I push that little decorative cap off of that right there 4 times. 1, 2, because that'll go on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to do that with 4 of them. That'll give me the caps I need, or the bolts I need to do it right, because otherwise the bolt bottoms out on the cap and it don't happen. So okay, I'll show you what I did. Here you go. See right there's one that got pushed off. Alright, be back in a minute. So I just set the camera up to show you guys what I'm talking about. Take the nut, take the bolt, thread it in, it bottoms out, it stops right there, it bottoms out on the end of this little decorative cap here. Put it in your 10mm socket here with your ratchet, then take your key, your hex key, and keep tightening, and you'll feel it pop. See right there? It's missing. And right there is the cap. My viewfinder's upside down, so it's really confusing me. So I'm going to do that with 4 of them. That'll give me what I need to mount it. Actually, that's 3 I've got right there. So I'm going to get this, thread it on. Like I said, thread it on. There it goes. It bottomed out. Got a skeeter trying to eat my noggin. Now give it a little crank and you can feel it pop. See right there. Sweet. So that gives me what I need to mount the L brackets to the dash. Now here we have the L brackets mounted. They're not tied. I just kind of got them finger tight. The nut, got one washer, then the nut on the back side. I'm gonna put my tools on it, kind of give them a slight little snug. slide the box in, check the alignment of my screw holes. If they're good, I'm gonna go ahead and pull the box back out, and I'll tighten this up, and we'll be good to go to put the rest of it in. So I've just got it sitting in there. I don't have it pushed all the way in. Let's see. As you can see, the lip still popped out, so if I push on it hard enough, it actually goes up inside that lip in the dash right there. But what it does still tell me is that going up and down, my holes are lined up correctly, and that's what matters at this point. So what I'm going to do is finish tightening them up good and put my screws in, but you can't see that one over there, but they're lined up good. I can see them from this angle. Look at that. You can even see the word pile coming through. I know some people are going to be saying, oh, I don't like dual speakers. I want to use Infinities. I want to use the Kappa series, blah, 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 blah. Look, dude. I beat this rig. It's my daily driver. I tow with it. I play with it. This ain't no concert hall. I'm going to put the cheapest thing in there I can. So if they die, I'm not going to cry. And once you get this pressed back up in place, you should be able to see your mounting holes up inside there line up. If I can get that shadow up there. But anyway, you can see the mounting holes right there. I've already got that center screw put in. Let's get the other one right there. I've got that one started. And so just get all your screws put in, tightened up. Put your dash together in over there, and you're good to go. So before I get all this ready put together, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate the lock for you, because I'm about to run out of daylight, which I can put it together in the dark, but for video purposes, it doesn't work too well. So the locking mechanism on this is actually pretty doggone secure the way it's designed. Key right here. You see how normally your barrel locks here, that tab rotates up, they're pretty flimsy on a normal circumstance, because this thing right here can be bent pretty easy on like lockers and stuff like that. But the way this right here comes up and engages inside the screw right here and catches this right here, it's going to be very difficult to bend this right here back hard enough to get it to disengage. Time, light, and noise is a thief's enemy. So therefore, when they're trying to pry this sucker open, it's going to take some time to get that open. Also, it's going to make some noise, because they're not going to do it that easily, because they got to get up inside here with a screwdriver or something like that and try to pry that out. It's not going to happen that easy. So yeah, they're going to have to work for it. One thing I did forget to put in, I just realized, and I'm not doing it now, and it's actually optional. This gasket material right here, you can put that around like where the screws are, where it meets up into the dash, if you want a, I don't know, extra seal or something like that. Otherwise, I really don't see it all that necessary. But somebody's going to ask, you know, what's this stuff for? Well, it's to go around this right here, I guess, from a vibration standpoint, keep from a vibrating or anything. But it's in there pretty daggone secure. I mean, I'm moving the Jeep with it right now. So it's secure. It should not rattle. The only rattle issue I'm going to find is this door right here. Right there, you lock it. I mean, it's subject to do a little bit of rattling there. So maybe, let me see here. I might take some of that gasket material and stick it right up along through here, because that rotates up in there but doesn't go all the way up into this. So if I take some of that gasket material and put it right along in here, it may cut back on some of the rattles that it may do. And plus, you got a tab here and a tab here. You can put some of that gasket material there to help alleviate some of the rattles. And it looks like I might have to bend that tab a little bit, because if you're really crazy picky, this is setting outward. It's not exactly flush. It kind of tilts outward a little bit. Not a big deal to me, but if you really want to be really super picky about it, you can bend this tab inward just by a little bit, but you can't bend it too far, because if you bend it too much, then it's now got a line in this slot right here. But I'm not personally going to worry about it. I'm just going to put a couple pieces of gasket material right there, see what that does. So I will go ahead and stick some of this gasket material right here, because that'll cut back on some of the rattles it may do. These old Jeeps rattle enough, so if you can, you know, help get rid of one rattle, it may keep your sanity a little bit. I know this old rig has its own share of rattles, but hey, if we can keep one from happening, that'd be a good thing. Put that there. Cut me another piece. And I'm going to cut it about probably an inch long, something like that. I mean, just about the length of that tab right there is all it is. Maybe it don't have to be exact. Okay, so now let's see what we got. It contacts it. Much better. Yeah, that'll work. I can live with that. Totally cool. Now the products and tools used, I'll drop a link down below so you guys go pick them up. I'll put a link in for this bolt right here. Sturdy, I like that. And whenever you guys use those links I drop below that are linked to Amazon, they do provide me a little bit of a kickback. They do not charge you not one single penny extra, but what it does helps me grow this channel. Cool? So whenever you purchase anything through Amazon, through any of my links, you're really helping me out, and I really appreciate that. So everyone, if you enjoyed this video, hit me with that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, leave me some cool comments down below, and I hope you learned something. Peace out. Later, y'all.